You're in your bedroom right now, door closed. Maybe you're alone. Maybe someone you love is sitting right beside you. Either way, nobody can see you. Nobody can hear you. And you've probably never stopped to think about how strange that really is. Because privacy, the kind you're experiencing right now, is one of the newest inventions in human history. Newer than farming. Newer than cities, newer than written language, for almost 290,000 years of human existence. This moment was impossible, and yet, somehow, our ancestors still fell in love, still formed relationships, still raised children, still built families. So, how did ancient humans make babies with no privacy? The answer is much stranger than you think. Most people imagine ancient humans as primitive, dirty, unorganized, barely surviving. But in one important way, they may have understood human relationships better than we do. Because for most of human history, humans lived in small tribes, maybe 20 people, maybe 50. Everyone slept near everyone else. Everyone ate around the same fire. Everyone traveled together. Everyone knew everyone. There were no bedrooms, no locked doors, no private apartments, no separate houses. Imagine arguing with your partner while 40 people can hear you. Imagine having a bad day while everyone notices. Imagine trying to keep a secret. Good luck. Ancient humans lived almost their entire lives in public, at least by modern standards. Now, here's where things get interesting. Most people hear this and think, okay, but how did relationships even work? How did couples ever get time alone? The answer is simple. Ancient humans didn't invent privacy with walls. They invented it with social rules. Rules so normal that nobody had to write them down. Contrary to what many people imagine, ancient humans weren't standing shoulder to shoulder every second of the day. Hunter-gatherers moved constantly. Some hunted, some gathered food, some collected water, some explored the surrounding area. Tribes spread out and came back together throughout the day. But the most interesting part happened after sunset. When darkness arrived, many hunter-gatherer groups followed an unwritten rule. If two adults quietly walked away from camp, you didn't follow them, you didn't ask questions, and you definitely didn't bring it up the next morning. Everyone knew, nobody acknowledged it. In other words, ancient humans didn't lack privacy. They created privacy socially instead of architecturally. When darkness arrived, the tribe changed, the fire burned lower, people became quieter, the social atmosphere shifted, and across many hunter-gatherer societies studied by anthropologists, something fascinating appears again and again. People respected distance. If two adults wandered away from the group, nobody followed them, nobody asked questions, nobody made announcements, and most importantly, nobody talked about it afterward. Everyone understood. Nobody acknowledged it. Think about that for a second. That's privacy. Not physical privacy, social privacy. A completely different system instead of building walls. People built trust. Everyone knew, but everyone agreed to pretend they didn't. And honestly, that's far more sophisticated than it sounds. Because real privacy isn't just hiding information, it's knowing something and choosing not to interfere. Ancient humans mastered that skill. The difference is that ancient humans never expected total isolation. That's the modern expectation. Today, we think privacy means nobody can see me, nobody can hear me, nobody knows where I am. Ancient humans had a different definition. Privacy meant I trust the people around me to respect boundaries. That's a surprisingly advanced social system, and it worked for hundreds of thousands of years. Then everything changed. About 10,000 years ago, humans began farming. Farming meant staying in one place. Staying meant building. Building meant walls. And for the first time in human history, people could physically separate themselves from others. You could close a door. You could have your own space. You could hide things. You could own things. And that last part changed everything because once something becomes yours, someone else can take it. The invention of walls didn't just create privacy, it created property, it created territory, it created new kinds of conflict. The same walls that protected people also separated them. For the first time, humans could be physically isolated from the group, something our ancestors rarely experienced, even then. True privacy remained a luxury. For most of history, entire families shared a single room. Children slept beside parents. Multiple generations lived together. Travelers often shared beds with strangers. The private bedroom is incredibly recent, much more recent than most people realize. And here's where the story takes an unexpected turn. Today, we have more privacy than any humans who have ever lived. We have private homes, private rooms, private bathrooms, private messages, private passwords, private accounts, private lives, yet loneliness has become one of the biggest problems in the modern world. We have never had more privacy, and we've rarely felt more disconnected. Ancient humans had the opposite problem. They had almost no physical privacy, but they were rarely alone. Connection was built into daily life. The tribe wasn't something you visited. It was your entire world. Every meal was social. Every challenge was shared. Every success belonged to the group. So when people ask, how did ancient humans make babies with no privacy? They're asking the wrong question. The real question is, how did ancient humans create privacy without walls? And the answer is surprisingly elegant: trust, distance, unwritten rules, and a community that understood when to look away. For nearly 290,000 years, humans found ways to be private without being isolated. Then we built walls, and ever since, we've been trying to figure out how to stay connected through them. Take care, and I will see you in the next one.